Go. What's up, Kevin? What up, dude? I realize I haven't, well, I guess we'll wait for some other people to come in. But what is up? Let me look on something real quick. How do I go to this? View all reports. What's going on, guys? We'll show by the week. Hold on. I'm trying to get some numbers in front of me. Okay, that's cool. What is going on, guys? I realize I haven't done a live on YouTube in God knows how long, but I wanted to come on here and see how everyone's doing. Maybe we can get some questions going around. Got my notepad. I'm always taking notes. So, you know, always trying to improve content to the channel, you know. I'm trying to make some good, helpful content that resonates with people, that helps people, you know. Also, it's entertaining. And, you know, sometimes when I come on here on these lives, I can get some feedback and maybe answer some questions and write some ideas down. So, what's up, Kevin? Carpenter by trade, but thinking about shifting gears. Cool, man. I'm good, dude. We had a big day today. We're obviously our guys are off tomorrow and Friday, and then obviously we don't work on the weekends. So we had a big fast 3 days, and we're ready just to kind of chill out, you know. Tomorrow is the 4th of July, so happy America Day, I guess. So we're super excited about that. 4th of July is one of my favorite holidays, man. I'm ready to just kind of unwind, be with some friends, and just kind of take it easy. I appreciate that, Bean. What's up? The happy pressure washer, what's up? Gas pump or 12 volt? That's a good question. Kind of depends where you are, I guess. I like them both. Congrats on your success, well deserved. I appreciate that. You have no idea. What's up, Patrick? What's up? What's going on? No, guys, I'm just coming on here and just seeing how everyone's doing. And Bella over there trying to eat her food, all making a mess. No, I'm kind of unwinding right now. It's been a long day. Let's see. Let's do the last 30 days. And I thought I would maybe share some stuff, share what's going on in our business. Maybe that might help some people out. And, you know, some people like to hear what's going on and whatnot. Sometimes I make these videos and I talk about, oh, this is how much money we made and blah, 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 blah. Well, part of it's like, if I don't talk about money on YouTube, you know, what's everyone doing? Bella, Jesus. If I don't talk about money on YouTube, I mean, that's like what 95% of people are searching on YouTube, how to make more money, right? So sometimes I make these videos like, Austin, stop talking about the money you're making. I was like, anyone who knows me personally knows I don't walk around and talk about money. I do, in fact, talk about this on my YouTube channel because I know that's how I got inspired to start my own business. You know, when I watched a video of this kid making pressure washing a driveway, it didn't intrigue me because I thought pressure washing was cool. It intrigued me because he made $300 in an hour, and that's what started my entire shift in my mind right there. So believe me when I say, when I make videos and I talk about money, it's not to be cocky about money. It's to hopefully get through to some people that this can be done. And it wasn't that long ago that I was thinking the same exact thing. How do I do this, right? You know, and you know, and anyone who knows me who's been following me for a long time, it's funny. You guys can go and look at my very beginning videos, and it was only 3 or 4 years ago when you can look on YouTube and some of my stuff, I mean, it's like pathetic, right? I mean, compared to what we're doing right now, I mean, the content, the videos, what I was doing, being out there, I even looked different, you know? And it's so funny watching my old videos, but that's kind of like the natural progression of just doing the shit that you need to be doing. And it's pretty cool. It's cool to see, and I get asked a lot about that. And like even right now, I can kind of look at my back office here, and I can see in the last 30 days, we've done about 80 jobs with a gross revenue of $114,000. There's a little bit of a dip right here because now we're coming close to the 4th of July. Families are going on vacation. Average job total is $1,432, So this is the kind of stuff that's really cool, man. Years and years of marketing to your customers, keeping up with them, nurturing them, the years of the compounding effect and spending the right money on your SEO. And then going out there and being a foot soldier. I mean, when you talk about these three things that are just gushers for us, I mean, that's really what it is. A lot of people ask me like, how does it get to that level? And it doesn't happen from just waiting on the couch for a lead to come in. There truly is a lot of proactiveness that needs to happen. And I think even in the beginning, whenever I was starving for leads, I was like, dude, I'm not getting any leads, and why is my website not producing? And I was sitting on the couch a lot of the time. It wasn't until, this is before I started my YouTube channel, guys, like in my first 6 months, it wasn't until, I realized that, dude, I actually have to go out there and build this thing myself. I can't wait on the internet, right? I can't wait on an SEO guy. I'm not going to put the responsibility of me taking off on some SEO specialist, although you need that, right? A lot of it is you going out there and doing what you need to do. And what we see here is just a product of us doing what we needed to do for the last 5 to 7 years. What's the best way to lock in commercial work? I mean, we can go down that rabbit hole. That's a long-winded conversation. Whether you want to go in and talk to these people, probably the best way to go up and just a lot of people are handshakers when you talk about commercial work, unless you want to wait for the phone to ring. But just going in and talking to people, man. That's how a lot of people get a lot of commercial work. Any thoughts on the highest converting service to offer for residential? I'm leaning towards Windows and upsell. The highest service that we offer as far as dollar amount is roof cleaning. So we don't really touch roofs. We have sometimes we have small roofs here. Sometimes we'll touch a roof for $1,000, but really when it comes to like an actual large roof, like a tile roof, we won't touch it for less than $2,000, So I'd say that's kind of our highest service offer right there. But our bread and butter is house washing and window cleaning. We do so much house washing and window cleaning, it's not even funny, So it might not be the highest dollar amount, but because we do so much of it, that's just our highest service. We get in and get out the quickest, with the least amount of headaches or mistakes, because roof cleaning it has risks to it. You can make mistakes. Hey dude, I started my business in 2022 because of you while I lived in Houston. Sold my car and bought a truck and equipment, moved up to Michigan, and I'm killing it up here. Seriously, thanks, man. Dude, so cool, Brendan. So awesome to hear. I'm glad I'm able to put out some videos and it resonates with some people. That's what this is all about. Super cool. Hey man, love your stuff. Can you talk about the first steps in hiring help and what that looks like as a process? That's a good question. I'd say, you really want to make sure you have the work coming in, because it's one thing to hire someone, but it's another thing to keep them. That's what happens a lot of times. People hire people because they need the help, but then all of a sudden they can't keep them because they just can't keep them busy. Nor does the owner operator want to pay that person because that digs into his profits when it's already slow. So they let them go. So sometimes when you're an owner operator, you have to really kind of, this is what's tough, because when you're talking about the act of actually pressure washing, and you're any kind of business person, entrepreneur, salesperson, you really need, as quick as you can, doesn't have to be too quick. You can take your time more or less, but you really need to get out of that $50,000 per year job. I mean, the act of pressure washing and window cleaning is a $50,000 per year hand right there, right? If you're talking about an operator, a helper is probably gonna make less than that. But our operators right now, I mean, they're making probably 65, 70K. We have them on a pay for performance thing, right? So as quickly as you can, you need to get out of that position, right? Because the moment you buy back all that time is what's really going to give you the time to go out there and get work, right? And when we're talking about $50,000 per year, I mean, that could easily be one contract, right? Like think about like my window cleaning contract that we have with a luxury home builder. That's a $55,000 per year contract. That could have, I got the call on that one, but it easily could have happened by someone walking in and just doing the handshaking game, right? You do enough of it, you're going to get somewhere, right? So when we talk about, it kind of seems like a lot, like, damn, like I'm going to be off the truck. I'm going to have to pay someone that much money. But when you think about all the time you're going to get, it really starts to make a lot of sense. Unless you just don't have any kind of confidence in your skills to go out there and drum up work. And that's just that, you're going to go through a lot of headaches and figuring out your pay structure. And there's going to be slow times depending on where you are. If you're in the north areas, you're going to have seasons where you're going to have to give your employee some kind of guarantee that he's going to get paid through the winter. That is if you want to keep him, so that's tricky there. Like for us, like we have a $700 minimum. Like if it gets slow, which is maybe 2 weeks out of the whole year, like in February, we have a guarantee that you will not make less than $700 a week. That's like through the year. Like they'll make, like our operators will make more than $700 per week, but that's our guarantee. Like if you make less than $700 per week because we're slow, we're going to make up that difference, right? And so that's kind of our thing. We want to keep our guys. And I mean, sometimes when you're an owner operator and you want to hire help, that's different, because you can go and get any kind of helping hand for 20, 25 bucks an hour or whatever you want to pay. And, you can keep them for as long as you want. But at some point in time, you want to prioritize getting someone who can do this thing for you, right? That is if you want to grow. But there's plenty of people out there that run it lean and mean. I did it for a long time. I'm kind of different because I chose to run my business lean and mean because I needed the content to film for YouTube. I had the camera with me every single time I was doing jobs, right? I know I could have easily found someone to do the work for me, but that would have hindered my ability to make content on YouTube, which is a business in itself, arguably maybe even bigger than the business I used, my old business, right? And then I merged and I got into this opportunity. Now I'm a 50-50 owner in a much bigger company, right? So, and so there's that. But just know, if you want to, how do you, hold on, first steps in hiring, that stuff. Yeah, you're just gonna have to go through the ropes with people. You're gonna need to figure out, prioritize what you're looking for. I would tell you, I would prioritize someone who has customer service skills and can listen and is just, tight, just pretty good with people, more than I would prioritize someone with experience, more than I would prioritize someone, anything else, because these are people that are talking to our customers. We want someone that looks good, that's a good attitude, that can go out there and talk to our customers. Anything else, they can be trained, right? So you kind of figure out what your priority is on who you want to hire and then build off that. I think that's another thing that can be an issue. You prioritize someone who's got experience, but he's also a dick, or he also doesn't have a good attitude, or he doesn't talk well. He's not able to address customers with issues, not able to handle things. It's not really exactly someone I want on my team. I don't care if they have experience. But let's move on to the next question. What's your preferred soft wash gun? Man, I'm not even sure what they're called right now. We use a Water Boss for our AR-45. How do you stay full-time year-round and make a ton during the season? Yeah, I mean, look, we've been in business for 7 years. Those that are just jumping on in the beginning of the call, I shared with you guys our last 30 days in our business. We had a total of 80 jobs in the last 30 days, $114,000. $1,432 was our average ticket. And I don't share that to show off. I share that to get some level of inspiration and hopefully motivate you guys, because I know whenever I got started, I wanted to see the money, right? I mean, that's what 90% of people are on YouTube looking for. That's why there's traffic out in the street, because people are chasing money. So if that, helps you guys, I'm really just here to share things that have helped me get to where I am and helped me in the beginning, because I remember being 5 years ago looking on YouTube trying to figure out how do you get pressure washing jobs, right? I've done all that shit before. What's your best tips for a 14-year-old pressure washer who's using a lawnmower with a I almost said trolling motor. I've fished too much recently. With a trailer pulling all my stuff. I want to get my jobs, but right now I'm going door to door, isn't working. Yeah, man. I mean, one thing that you could probably do that might help you out, because you can use your age to your advantage. Maybe come up with a Facebook post that you can blast in the neighborhood, get your friends and family, even your parents, your parents' friends and family, to repost a post, maybe a picture of you sitting right next to your trailer. It says something like, "Hey, I'm 14 years old, young hustler trying to go out there and make an extra dollar for the summer. These are my services, lawn mowing and pressure washing," and a good old picture of you standing there next to your equipment will get a lot of people stirred up. I know I'd be all over it, because I love hiring young kids. I found this one kid that does detailing on Facebook. I saw him in a Facebook post, and I love giving new people a shot. This kid comes over and details my truck and my boat every 3 weeks, and he's like this 17-year-old kid. He's kind of shy, kind of quiet, but I remember when I called him and he came over, and he was like, "Oh man, like I don't even know what to price this at." And I was like, "Well, what do you want to charge for it?" And he was like, "I don't know, like $100 for the truck." And I was like, $100 for inside and out of the truck? And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Man, I think you're underpricing yourself. I think, look, I know you're new, so let's do this. Let's do 150 for the truck. And what do you want to price for the boat?" And I said, "Well, I've never done boats." And I was like, "Okay, fine. Look, let just do the boat. Let's see how much time it takes, and we can talk about it after." And then I think after he was there for like 4 hours doing the truck and the boat. And then he was like dead tired because he was working in the heat. And I was like, "Okay, so are you good?" And we came up. I was like, "Okay, what if I paid you $125 for the boat, because the inside didn't really need nothing." He was like, "Really?" So he was like, "So 275 total?" Like, "Yeah, 275 total." I was like, "Man, that'd be great." And dude, like I know like an actual detailing of a boat cost a lot more than that, but he wouldn't really do too much. He just kind of washed around and whatnot, and I appreciate what he did. And then I said, "Hey, would you be willing to come over here every 3 weeks and do this for me?" And he was like, "No way, you want me to come over 3 weeks?" I dude, like seeing his smile that like he was gonna get an opportunity like that just fucking sent me over, right? Just like, and so when I think about like a 14-year-old dude like that, I mean, there's people out there that, love nothing more than to help people your age, or to give them business, not even just help them. Like I want to give the young guys a shot, because that's what people afforded me whenever I was getting started. I had a little landscaping thing myself whenever I was 16, 17. Do you do mentorship? Yeah, I have a mentorship program, 6-figure pressure washing program. You guys can get the link in any one of my videos. It seems like it's the seasons that crush everyone in my area. It's true. Hey bro, you'll remember this. Jesus died for your sins. Turn to him and repent all your known and unknown sins. He is waiting for you. Don't delay. I believe in that. Yes, sir, brother. I go to church every Sunday. Brendan Fisher, window cleaning can be year-round. I've been using windshield washer fluid. Okay. Indiana pressure washing owner here, wanting to grow and pick up commercial contracts, always watching your videos. Okay, what's up, Brandon? Let's go. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Started in March, Garrett. Started in March. I haven't been able to find much work. I have a website, Facebook. I've used your realtor email to try and generate leads. Haven't had much luck. Any suggestions? Well, that's a good question. That's a good point too. I think, here's the thing. It's March. You're in Southwest Florida, so there's a lot of competition right there. And you started you have a website and Facebook. It's been about 3 months since March, so I'm curious to see what your website looks like. I think that's a good example that really taking off in this business takes a lot more time than you think. I mean, 3 months into it, whenever I was 3 months into it, I was struggling too. I was still working full time, and I hadn't made the decision to quit just yet, but it wasn't that much longer after I quit and realized that this thing is hard to do, right? So you really have to kind of you really have to go at it from every single angle. I teach a lot of the ways to get pressure washing jobs on my channel. I also teach in my program. Not saying that you need to buy my program to get unlocked into all the ways you can do it, but certainly you can go on YouTube and see that there's several ways to go out there and drum up business. I think the answer for you is, 1, you just got started, so there hasn't been enough time allotted. 2, I'm not sure how consistent you are with investing the time into actually going out there and doing it. I'm not sure what your website looks like, so there could be issues with that. And maybe you haven't done any jobs for friends and family. You don't have your Google My Business doesn't have pictures or reviews quite yet, nor does your Facebook. So there's a couple of things that might be playing into your favor or not into your favor there. Things that you might want to pay attention to. But just know, brother, look, you just started. If anyone judges a business based off of 3 months of just starting and it's a service business, I think most people would say that they're probably not anywhere yet, right? I mean, usually the real success and the real, fruits of this business come after a year. You can make a lot of things happen in a year if you're doing the right things, but don't beat too much on yourself. You started in March. There's a lot of people in your area. They're gonna call other people before they call you, and that's just the reality of it. You're gonna have to spend a lot of time building this thing. I retired a few years ago. This is JC. I retired a few years ago, and I'm getting ready to open a soft washing and pressure washing business. We had a small division of washing company and only serviced our clients. You've done well, young man. I appreciate it. I can't believe I'm gonna be 30 years old in 2 years. I just turned 28, and part of me is like, dude, time has flown by, and it's kind of scary because whenever I talk to adults, I'm an adult, but when I say adults, I'm thinking about people that are like 40 and 50 years old. They tell me that time just flies by, and it does, man. And to think that 35 and 40 is just right around the corner really puts it in perspective how important your time is on this planet, right? And this business stuff is all fun and dandy, and you can provide for your family. But I think the two most important decisions that a man can make in his life is one, the decision to meet God, and then two, and have a relationship with Him, and two is to meet the woman of your life, right? I mean, your spouse, the person that you're gonna grow and start a family with. Those are the two biggest things, really, as far as the way I look at it. This business stuff and taking care of your family and money and materialistic possessions and boats and fishing and all the things that I enjoy doing is all just extra. It's just things that I do for fun while I'm here on this planet, and I try to help people with videos. But what I'm really passionate about is just, having a fulfilled life and sharing that with a spouse, right? And growing a family, right? And being close to God and having that relationship, and just because I think everything starts there. If you don't have a relationship with Him, or you don't have a relationship with the woman correctly, I don't see how you really get too much fulfillment with anything. So, what's up, Juan? Postcard mailing, cool. I think they're okay. I think sprinkling them in throughout the year is great. We just started to do thank you cards, which is a big investment, but that's may not thank you cards to all of our customers that we just serviced over the last 30 days. So 30 days later, they'll get a thank you card. We're not expecting that to be some huge return on investment, but how we do look at it is this is something that we can write off, because we need things to write off. And then two, we're looking at it as just a nurturing thing. How many companies are out there sending handwritten thank you cards? Now, we're not handwriting them. They go through a machine, but it damn well looks like they're handwritten. It is ink on paper from this machine, and it's so cool. So that's kind of what we do with cards. If you're dealing on having a small budget and funds, you are like most everyone. Keep getting, I mean, I'm a human. I'm a human being. Hopefully, I'm a soon-to-be father, or father in the future. And I've been alive for 28 years, and I've gone through some stuff. And believe me, I know what budgets are. So I understand when people say that they're budget restricted, because I've been there. You kind of have to just work with what you have and be conservative and not take out debt. I think debt can be a useful tool, but I think it's far too much where people don't use it correctly and get themselves in a pickle. And that's exactly what I do not teach in my program. I don't teach to go and get a loan, get a brand, get a loan, go out there and mortgage the house on a new business idea. That's not how I teach. Quite frankly, that's why people get out of the business, because they over leverage themselves with equipment, with payments, and it's not the way to do it. Happy I found your channel last year, working on the power washing plumbing business. Keep doing, man. Shout out from Lubbock, Texas, brother. Next Step Fitness. My girlfriend is in Lubbock, and I just got back from Lubbock this past weekend. So I'm in Lubbock actually quite often. I'd say every other weekend I'm in Lubbock. And dude, you know what? I saw a power washing company pull a trailer over by the Chipotle on University, right across the street from, I think they were in some bank. They pulled a trailer across from the football field, the Texas Tech football field. And I was in my white F-250, and I got really close. I had my girlfriend in the front seat. I got really close to going over there and saying hi to him, but I didn't. It'd be really hilarious if that was you. But next time, shoot me a text on Instagram, Austin_Davis23 on Instagram. Next time I'm in Lubbock, I'd love to, say what's up. What's a good response to the sales objection that you're too expensive? That's a good question. It helps when you're like ranked number one. But sometimes, like even today, we had a person on a roof cleaning that I went and looked at yesterday. They called me and say, "Hey, Austin, I know I'm on the schedule for this Friday, but I just think you're a little too expensive, and I'm getting other bids." And my response was like, "Look, I understand we're not the cheapest company out there, nor do we try to be. We are the highest rated company. I believe we do the best work and the best service, and I believe our reviews stand up for that." But when you say we're too expensive, what do you mean by that? Do you think that it's just a bit too much for what you think that we're there to do? Or in comparison to these other guys, we're just way off? Like I'm trying to figure out what is the reason behind saying it's too expensive? Because sometimes people will say you're too expensive just because it sounds like a lot of money, right? There's not a reason behind that, or they're trying to probe for something. A lot of people will probe for a better deal, right? So first I want to make sure if they're just blowing smoke, or if they actually think that something is or if they're actually trying to think if something is actually expensive because of some reason, right? And then if they say, "Hey, look, we got another company that bid it at this," and I, sometimes I say, "Well, look, here's the thing. I've never met that company. I'm sure they do great work. There's a good chance they might be owner operators, so they're able to afford to do things a little cheaper. We've just been in business longer. We have a bit more reviews, so our price is what the price is. But hey, if that's still an issue for you, I'd be happy to take off maybe $50 if that's going to help you. Unfortunately, I can't match that price." And sometimes, most of the time, they want to do business with us because they see how good we are, And if they sometimes I'll say, "Hey, if you can give me the actual bid from that company, that way I can look at it." Sometimes I will, if I feel a certain vibe, but sometimes I won't. But, most of the time I find people are just probing for a better deal, but sometimes they don't even do that. A lot of times you'll get objections from just being so quick on the sales process, like going in there, getting in, getting out, and giving them a price when you haven't even educated the customer on your whole, on why you're there, how you're going to do it, how long you've been in business. I mean, they don't know nothing about you or your service or how you guys go about doing your stuff. And so, yeah, if you come in there and you meet the customer, do a walk around and give them a price within a few minutes, pretty easy for someone to give you an objection, right? But I find if you build a lot of value in your service, you make a friend, you build rapport, you teach them how you're going to do it, you address his concerns, maybe get him laughing, they're going to want to do business with you. Right? And so I find there's not too much objections that I really have to handle when I really take the time and I meet my customers, and I do the whole wash, song, and dance with them, right? Holy Trinity forever. Keep hydrated. Is your business debt-free? We have 2 truck loans on 2 F-250s. Everything else is paid off. We're actually thinking about getting rid of that truck debt, though. We have a lot. We're pretty cash heavy right now. I'm in my 2nd year and we're already making $130K. Super cool. Next Step Fitness. Yeah, no way. Yeah, I'm in Lubbock every other couple weekends. Do you give any warranties on roof cleanings? Yeah, I mean, we'll tell them that we do a 2-year roof cleaning. I've been saying that since I started. but there's not like any kind of paper that they get or anything that says that. You know, they know it. You know, and it's just not gonna get dirty within 2 years. I mean, it's just not. It's impossible. Not if you do a roof cleaning correctly. So, what's up, buddy? You helped me a lot when I first started. We've been open for 3 months. Super cool, man. Well, hey, I'm actually fixing to jump on. It's been 30 minutes. I'm fixing to jump on a live with my 6-figure pressure washing program, and we do these every Wednesday around 6:30, which is in 10 minutes my time. So I'm fixing to jump on over there. I really appreciate you guys, you know, sticking with me and being a part of the channel and commenting and really motivating to hear. Really cool to see that people are enjoying my content, especially when sometimes it goes weeks without making a video just because I'm always busy or something's going on. It's nice to see that you guys are always, kind of a part of my family, my extended family. So it's super cool. But I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna hop on the next one. I got some videos coming out this week after 4th of July that should be cool for you guys. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.